I just hope they show something worth in this damn review. Is that it? That's it. That's it. It's just a Switch that is white. Looks kind of pretty, I guess. A bigger screen and an Ethernet port. That's it. But who knows? Maybe it has different specs, right? Right? It better have different specs. I'm gonna look it up online. Yikes, doesn't have new specs. It doesn't. It's just this exact same Switch, man. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my god. Fucking Nintendo. Once again. For like the 100th time. You disappoint us. God damn it. I was really hoping they can knock it out of the park. I was wrong. Oh, so much wrong. Well, what now? Should I make a video about it? Just express my disappointment about all this fucking shit. Where's my microphone? Oh, there it is. God fucking damn it! What's going on, guys? My name is Kazou and I watched the OLED review. Yeah, you can tell that I'm not impressed by that fucking thing for a few reasons. Hopefully I can make this video short and not just talk over like out of my ass or something, because honestly there's not much to talk about this thing, to be honest with you. But there's some things that I do want to bring up before we even talk about the OLED real quick. Okay. So first and foremost, this is not new where Nintendo kind of like releases like new models for the consoles, you know. And I can definitely do some comparisons or some examples, as you probably say. Like first we have the Game Boy to Game Boy Color, alright? Like the Game Boy played games on monochrome, black and white, like yeah, pretty bare bones. But then the color came out a few years later, whatever the fuck, and you know they introduced colors into their games and shit. Way back when games were like in 8-bit and shit, like Pokemon and all that jazz and shit. And then later they come up with the Game Boy Advance and the SP and the Micro. I'm not gonna talk much about the Micro, but like definitely can compare the OG Advance with the SP. I do remember this because we used to own both of them. And the reason I want to talk about these two in particular is because like the OG Advance, like you can play games like normally. It's just that it didn't have an inner light. So like when you want to play games like in the dark or at night, you cannot see the screen whatsoever. So like you just stop playing the Advance during the daytime, or with a peripheral that allows you to just like get a lamp, like a mini lamp, so you can actually see the screen during the night. But that changed when the SP came out. The SP basically had the benefit of having an inner light into the console, which it allowed you to play games like at any time of the day. Like if you're under the sun, which you cannot see the screen that way, you can just turn it up the light. If you're playing on the dark, like in a dark place, or during the night, you can also turn off the light so you can play your games. You can basically play your games like at any time of the day, and that's something that it was worth bringing to the table for this console. And that was an improvement made over the original one, so there's that. And then the one example that I want to definitely bring up is the 3DSs. Now for the 3DSs there was 4 different models, right? We have the OG, which was pretty small. Then the XL came out, which was bigger, and it also came with the C stick, which allows you to play some games differently, like maybe allow you to move the camera like it was an analog stick, but it wasn't. It was like a knob that you can like pressure in. It's like a pressure sensitive kind of like thing, whatever. Play games like Xenoblade 3D, Monster Hunter. Yeah, Monster Hunter. Like I did. I played Monster Hunter for Ultimate a lot on that thing, and other stuff. And then the 2DS came in after the XL came out, and the 2DS was made to basically just eliminate the 3D feature that came with the 3DS in the first place that nobody used, because mostly like the 3D effect was, I don't know, man, that's like, yeah, I was there, but it was not healthy to play games on that thing, you know, because it strains your eyes. If you play for hours, or even below an hour, if you play for that long, it's gonna strain your eyes, you know. It really fucks with your eyes. So yeah, it was kind of like a downside of the console when it comes to, you know, this thing in particular. But the 2DS just eliminates that like completely. However, at least in my opinion, I don't like the design of this thing. Like, I understand they try to go back to the roots with the like Game Boy-esque kind of like aesthetic, where it was like a little, like, you know, a little thing like that. And my brother owned one of these things, and I played some games on it. Like, it feels really good. It like definitely feels really good in my hand and shit, especially the shoulder buttons and shit, because like they're fucking huge. It fits perfectly into your fingers and shit. It was good, alright. You can still play 3DS games on it, so who cares, right? But then the definite 3DS model came out like after the 2DS, and that was the 2DS XL. And this is an example worth mentioning, because the 2DS XL basically combines both of best worlds for both the 3DS, like the 3DS XL and the 2DS into one, and we get this thing, which was, you know, it was the best version of the 3DS in my opinion, because like, okay, they took the 3DS design, which was like this, but also they combined the fact that it lacks a 2D feature just like a 2DS did, and you just combine both into one, and now we have this beast of a console. Unfortunately, I never owned one of these, but even though, like, if I were to not have this thing, if I were not to have my 3DS with me, I would actually gladly buy this thing when it came out, because this thing actually looks pretty damn sick, especially the colors. The colors look fucking sick in my opinion, man. Like fucking black and blue. We have this one, and it's fucking, it looks slick. It just looks slick in my opinion, you know. The rounder shapes, it looks like a bit more, you know, a bit more slick than usual. They definitely improve upon the OG 3DS with this fucking thing, dude. Like, the 3DS had a long way, all the way into like the climax. It was a fucking 2DS XL, which unfortunately was like at the very end of the lifespan of the fucking 3DS, which I'm pretty sad, because dude, the 3DS have really good games on it, man. It was like a great portable console in my opinion, man. But now we're back to present day with the Nintendo Switch. Now Nintendo Switch at this point, no counting the OLED, only has 2 models. We have the regular, and those the regular version is just like, well, it's a hybrid. You can play docked, which is like the home console version, or the portable version. You can just take it out of the dock and just play games with it and shit. Cool. And then the Nintendo Switch Lite came out like a bit later, mostly due to Pokemon, to Pokemon Sword and Shield, because, you know, Pokemon was coming back, and it was underwhelming with Pokemon, but that's a story for another day. But yeah, the Switch Lite, basically what it brings to the table is the fact that if you one of those people who like to play games on portable, like exclusively, then play consider picking up this thing. It was worth picking up because um, it was cheaper. So like if you're like me who can afford most fucking things because I'm struggling with money and whatever, then you can get this thing and you can still play your Switch games um, just as good as a fucking Switch would ever be. You can still play Switch games even though you're on a smaller screen and you cannot dock the thing. It still gives you access to Switch games, which was the most important part, and that's fine and dandy, alright. And then we have finally the OLED, and the OLED brings absolutely nothing to the table. Like it's not like the 2DS's that I was talking about before, in which were like, okay, the first model came out, you can play games on it. The XL came out, a bit more pricey, but the console is bigger, it fits better into your hand. It comes with a C-stick to play some games that support it and shit. There was an incentive to like get multiple models, like a little feature or like some like stuff here and there, which is why I was like trying to point out that the examples of the 3DS's, because of the 3DS's they had like a little something for everybody. Like you can either get the OG 3DS or you can get the XL to fit better into your hands, so you don't get cramps that much. If you don't use the 3D, if you want like a 3DS that is very affordable, then you can get a 2DS, which is I think was a cheaper one out of like them all. And if you want like something in between the 3DS and the 2DS, then there was a 2DS XL. There was like a little bit for everybody. You know what I mean? The OLED does nothing, like does absolutely nothing, nothing like this. Absolutely fucking nothing. The way they market it by is just like, oh look, it has a 7-inch OLED screen. Whoop did fucking do, bitch. Whoop did fucking do. A 7-inch OLED screen. I don't know how good the OLED screen is. I heard that the Vita using OLED screen. That's how much I heard, at least from some people. I never own a PS Vita. Never owned one because like me and my brother were like, what games are on the Vita? Uncharted. What else? Yes. Like the Vita just flopped. There weren't like good games on it, which was unfortunate. And that was really sad because the PSP that came before the Vita, actually that thing had good games on it, and then the fucking Vita came out. They had like better hardware, better everything and shit, and then still it didn't have games on it. That was so fucking sad, but that's a story for another day. We're talking about the fucking Switch today, mom. And the Switch, the OLED did fucking nothing. Like I heard the OLED screen makes things look prettier, I guess, but when it comes to like the performance of the games and shit, the OLED does absolutely nothing to address this, like whatsoever. It's the exact same fucking Switch, just with like a bigger, better screen, I guess, and that's about it. And that's not a good incentive to buy this thing, Now, like for most people, and I'm pretty sure like some people also like take it like this, and that is the fact that this is a slap to the face for like everybody. Nintendo is literally just giving a slap to the face, just like, hey, give me money. Look, new model. Look, has a bigger screen. Give me fucking money. That's basically what they're telling you, man. Basically. And dude, that's grimy as fuck, alright? That sucks. Like coming from Nintendo, like I know Nintendo is not like the same some shit, like a fucking savior for the gaming company, because nobody is like the perfect kind of like image of the fucking gaming industry, because everybody has their dark sides on it, and Nintendo is no exception. With the OLED, it showcases how fucking, I don't know if it's just desperate or just like Nintendo just is not even fucking trying with this fucking thing. Like, like, there's no reason to buy this thing whatsoever. All right. You own a regular Switch, then you don't have any fucking reason to buy this fucking thing. If you have the Switch Lite, okay, I guess I don't know because it's a Switch, right? It's a dock Switch, so I guess you can still play docked on it. But they want you like to take advantage of this thing of how they want you to fucking use it is using the fucking 7-inch OLED screen, which is fucking like it makes no fucking sense because they're trying to market you this Switch as a fucking portable, alright? That's the impression I'm getting looking at this review. They want you to use this thing portable because look, has a 7-inch OLED screen into the console. That's it. Why market this model as a portable when you already did that with a Switch Lite? You know, you see what I fucking mean by this? It's redundant. It makes no fucking sense, alright? Why have an OLED? Why play portables on an OLED when the Lite does the exact same thing and it's cheaper? Alright? Now, if the OLED offers like better performance in docked, like when you're playing games on docked, then maybe that's a good enough incentive to buy, depending on how much they upgrade the fucking like hardware on it while docked. You know, that's something that they should have fucking did for this fucking model. Probably rename it something else, because honestly, I don't know how good the OLED screen is because I never played on something like that or used it like on anything. But man, I don't care how good my games look. Gonna be honest with you, I don't care how good my games look. What I care is fucking frame rates, alright? How smooth the game is and how fun is the game, alright? That's my main. When I look at the game, that's the things that you know I'm pretty keen about it. You know, how smooth your game runs in a console, how very few issues it kind of like, you know, how very few issues happen while like in gameplay, and how fun your game is. Alright, how the game looks, okay, that's also very important, but not as important as gameplay because it's a fucking video game. Alright, it's a video game. Let's not jump the gun over here. Games are supposed to be interactive media. It's not a fucking movie. Alright, I don't care if I can see like the fucking like the hairs on characters like skin or whatever the fuck, you know, like body hair or something, how detailed the characters are. I don't give a shit. I just care if the game is fun, if the game plays smoothly, how fun it is, overall just having a good time with it if possible, because I get angry very easily at games. That's a little tip, that's a little kind of like thing about me, unfortunately. But yeah, you know, stuff like that. And then the OLED comes in saying, oh looky, fucking OLED 7-inch is a bigger, you know, compared to like the 6 point something inch of the regular Switch. Okay, cool. What else? It has an Ethernet port. Oh really now? Now I have to say that it's actually kind of nice to have this this Ethernet port, because it saves you the money to buy the adapter. However, I did notice, I actually didn't notice in the review actually, because not like some people pointed it out, so I completely missed that because I was just flabbergasted of how underwhelming this fucking thing is. And I just noticed that they removed the fucking USB port for this fucking thing. And I don't know about you, man, like some people like care about like, oh shit, they removed the USB port, can't buy it. Other people like, oh, but Ethernet port, cool. Where I stand by this, I honestly would prefer the fucking USB port. Okay, yes, it is redundant that, you know, you can just connect the fucking Ethernet port into the USB port. Okay, cool. but I can also use that USB port to connect a peripheral, you know, and also to charge like some controllers, like my Pro controllers, you know, stuff like that. Okay, I think that's enough complaining about this damn thing. Long story short, this whole OLED thing, like overall, is just disappointing, man. Just underwhelming. That's basically the main thing we can get from this. It's just underwhelming. Like nothing new is brought to the table. Nothing new to fucking like be hyped about. Nothing like that, dude. If you got hyped because of the rumored Switch Pro fucking leaks or something, then that's your own fault. Alright. I never bought to the fucking rumors. Like I heard the rumors like every now and then, but I wasn't buying on it. You know. If they're gonna make a Switch Pro, I wanna fucking see it. I wanna see it with my own eyes, you know. That like, there's a reason there were leaks. There were leaks around the fucking internet, like, and I'm pretty sure, I was actually sure that those fucking things were fucking fake. For the most part, from we're talking about leaks, at least sometimes. But again, I didn't bought to this whole Switch Pro kind of like not even fiasco. It's just like, you know, this whole kind of like hype train people were like hopping onto, because, you know, it's Nintendo we're talking about, and Nintendo just gonna just flip the switch and do something completely different than, you know, what we're hoping for, because it's fucking Nintendo. And for the most part, it's something that nobody fucking wanted and nobody asked it, you know. So just took that fucking leaks like with a grain of salt, and look what happens. But at the same time, I was also hoping that this is a new Switch model, so they should fucking do something new for this fucking thing, considering that, you know, it's a whole Switch that, you know, and it's a bit more expensive than the fucking regular Switch. It's like the regular Switch is like what, $200, $220 or some shit, and the OLED is gonna be $350. Isn't that like $50 like less than the PS4 or something? I forgot the price tag for the PS. Not the PS4, the PS5. God damn it, the PS5 I was talking about. Damn, dude, that's crazy. It's not worth. It goes to show that it's not fucking worth buying. All right. So yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. As just to close up the video, I'm just gonna say that, man, for the love of God, I don't care if you're like, I don't care if you're a rich fucking boy, if you're a content creator, hell, if you're a fucking Nintendo fanboy, please, at least for those who are listening, don't fucking buy this fucking thing, man. Yeah, I feel it's fucking pointless saying this, because you're gonna fucking buy it. You're gonna buy it because you're a Nintendo simp, alright? Because you're a fucking simp. That's all I can fucking gather. You're just a fucking simp. You're gonna support Nintendo no matter what fucking bullshit they just shit out of their fucking ass, alright? You don't fucking care. And that's something we need to fucking suppress, alright? We need to suppress this fucking nonsense. I believe this is the perfect chance to speak with our wallets and don't buy into this fucking scam. Alright, I'm gonna call this a scam. Fucking marketing this fucking product in particular just for the fucking screen alone, that's a scam for me. That's a scam on my eyes, you know. That's fucking nothing. If you're gonna release a whole new fucking model, better be different. You pulled this off in the past, Nintendo. I know you did. I just talked about it in this video. I know you're capable of doing this, but please, you have to try. Alright, people are gonna catch on to this fucking like bare minimum effort. That's what I was trying to get to. This is just bare minimum, dude. Just 7-inch screen and an Ethernet port. That's not enough, man. Please. Like, if you really gonna buy the OLED, and if you own a regular Switch and then buy the OLED, then you just, I'm sorry, man. You just retarded. You just fucking retarded. I'm sorry. I don't wanna come out like this, but I have to fucking say this because that's just a waste of money. That's just a waste of fucking money. You might as well just save up for a PS5 whenever they restock over there, you know, whenever you can get one, you know, because you know there's a scam issue and whatever, trying to get the fucking PS5 on a decent price. Yeah. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. Listen to your boy when he says that don't fucking buy this thing, please. If you don't buy it and they see that they're not doing good with this model, then they're gonna do something about it. Alright, they have to do something about it, hopefully. At least that's the hope, right? That's the key word here. It's just a hope that if they notice that you don't buy this fucking garbage, they're gonna do something about it for like the next model, or maybe they're gonna tweak the OLED model to appeal to, you know, to the people, you know. So yeah, that's what I can say. Hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you guys next time in the next video, whenever that comes out. So my name is Kazou, and I'm logging off. Take it easy, guys. Take care.